Hi, I'm Lindsay with Boarkwalk Ferrari in Dallas. I'm here to show you today the new California Turbo by Ferrari. A little history about the model first. The original California was very popular back in the 1950s as a gorgeous 250 GT convertible. Ferrari released the new generation California in 2009 as the company's first ever electronically controlled hardtop Grand Touring convertible. This marked the company's most versatile Ferrari to date, as well as their best-selling Ferrari to date. After 5 years in production, it was time for Ferrari to go back to the drawing board and recreate the California from the ground up. You'll see here beside me the newest version of the California, marked the T, California T for twin turbo. Even more amazing yet, the California doesn't have to compromise on engine or exhaust note, which is what Ferrari's famous for. And typically you think of a turbo having a little bit weaker exhaust note. Ferrari keeps their historical sound so that you still have that music to your ears. The California T has a 90-degree V8 twin-turbo engine with direct fuel injection. Ferrari's California T accelerates to 60 miles an hour in only 3.5 seconds. And from 0 to 100 miles an hour in only 11 seconds. The car has 560 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. This generation California has 60 more horsepower than the previous and 49% more torque. And with all that power and torque, Ferrari has still found a way to decrease fuel consumption by 15% and decrease emissions by 20%. The car has 560 foot-pounds of torque at 4,750 RPM, and that's in 7th gear, by the way. The dry weight on the car is 3,582 pounds, the wet or curb weight 3,813 pounds, an incredibly light convertible. The weight distribution is 47% in the front and 53% in the rear. The car has a 105-inch wheelbase. The top speed is practically 200 miles an hour on this car. As you'll see on all new generation Ferraris, the California Turbo has carbon ceramic brakes. The fronts are 390 millimeters, the rears 360. Other innovative technologies on board are stability and traction control. Ferrari also utilizes the Formula One 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox that became famous in 2009 with the original California. This gearbox is on all Ferrari's new generation cars. The suspension in the front is double wishbone and the rear multi-link. Another extremely innovative technology on the car is a hard top that opens and closes within 14 seconds. When the top is up, the car is quiet and rigid like a coupe, and has aggressive lines as well. With the top up, you also have 12 cubic feet of space in the boot. Top down, 8.5 cubic feet. Moving on to the aerodynamics of the car, which Ferrari is very well known for. Every curve and vent in the body of the California T was intentionally positioned for optimal aerodynamics, system cooling, and downforce. To show you what Ferrari's human-machine interface looks like, take a look at the steering wheel here. You'll see the carbon fiber with LEDs up at the top. That is also a very famous Formula One addition to the car. The little red LEDs will light up as you get in your higher RPMs to tell you when to shift, so you don't have to look down at your tachometer to know when. The LEDs will guide you and you'll see it in your peripheral vision. Ferrari has eliminated all stalks coming off the steering wheel to give the car a very Formula One cockpit look and feel. You'll see your blinkers are on your steering wheel right at your thumbs. Your horn again here at your thumbs as well. Your high beam and your high beam flasher, windshield wipers, suspension settings, and even the entire control for your electronics is right at your fingertips. In comfort mode, the car can act as a daily driver. Soft, supple suspension, smooth acceleration, manageable torque. When you adjust the Manettino and put the car into sport mode, you're changing everything on the car. The horsepower is being unleashed, so you have all the horsepower and all the torque that you read about in the magazine articles. You also have a stiffer, more comprehensive suspension system that can work with you in performance driving situations. Your RPMs will range higher. You'll be able to access more of the overall performance capabilities in the car. Even beyond sport mode, you can turn your traction and stability control off to really feel what the car is doing underneath you if you're an experienced driver. A great way to drive the car on the racetrack or on an open road. Make sure you know your car before you do it though. You'll see on the steering wheel here you also have your engine start button. That is a notorious look for the new Ferraris. You'll always see that, as well as your suspension softening button here. You can be in sport mode, have all the horsepower, all the torque, and all of the capabilities of sport with a softer suspension if you prefer to have that ride. I'd like to show you Ferrari's Turbo Performance Engineer. It's located right between the vents above your display here. It's touch sensitive. So right now you see the clock, touch the outer ring, you can see the external temperature, your turbo response, turbo efficiency, and turbo pressure. Just below the Turbo Performance Engineer, you'll find the infotainment system. You've got a gorgeous home screen that you can even download photos or images to. You have navigation, GPS, Bluetooth, streaming media capabilities. So anything you listen to on your iPhone or smartphone can be streamed wirelessly straight through the car, and satellite radio. To keep the lines clean on the door and focus on your intricate leatherwork, Ferrari positions all of your controls either on the steering wheel or in your central console here. For example, your window open and close buttons are on the side, roof top opening and closing here, and then you've got your launch control button, your transition between auto and manual mode, and your reverse here. Keeping with the clean lines on the exterior walls of the car, you'll also see your door lock and unlock above, home link, parking sensors, turning your passenger airbag on or off, and tow modes up above. Meticulous design work can be seen throughout the entire interior of the California T, enhancing the exotic Italian personality and warmth. Poltrona Frau is a very high-end Italian designer who creates all of the interiors for these cars. Take a look at the intricate stitching and leather combinations on the car. a corner here in a minute, I'm going to have you focus on the LEDs and the steering wheel, since that is such innovative and unique Ferrari technology, and Ferrari alone. And when you see it, they won't start lighting up until I'm above 5,000 RPM all the way to red line. And I tell people when they're driving the car in a performance mode that you're not doing the right thing unless you're seeing little red LEDs in the steering wheel. Otherwise you're shifting too soon. You're not getting the whole power band experience. So I'll turn around here in just a second and I'll have you look at them. Okay, so let's be the camera. Check it out. I'm going to have to start accelerating. You want to try it yourself. And I always make sure to downshift using the paddle shifters instead of letting the car automatically downshift to engage the engine braking and really feel that back pressure. If you do forget, though, the car will do it for you.